Some say, new year, new me. I say, it was always you. You were just numbed by the distractions of this modern world. So, I would highly encourage, instead of saying, new me, or new year, new me, just say, don't say anything. Change your ways. Change your habits. Do. Don't think about it. Don't say you're going to do it. Do it. You know what I mean? There is an infinite number of distractions in this world, of which an infinite number of them aren't doing the thing you want to do. How do you do the thing you want to do in life? It's simple. You do it. Stop yapping about it. Stop planning it. Stop reading books about it. Stop doing all this other stuff. You know what you need to do? You need to do it. Okay. So if you have a goal and you say new year, new me, you skip that part. Just start doing the thing you want to do in life. Just start. Don't wait for some spark of motivation like a new year, like a calendar change. Don't wait for that. Just start. Today, right now maybe. Next 30 seconds. Just start. You know, we're going to be starting today. You know, we're going to be starting building a translator in Python. That's what we're going to do. Do I know how to do it? No. That's what we're going to figure it the fuck out. Instead of yapping about it, instead of thinking about it, we're going to fucking do it. Okay? With that out of the way. Oh, we have already got our homie in chat. We have already got homies in chat. Dude, it's crazy. I actually met David Goggins. I got to see him on the Moab 240 Hurt. It was fucking sick, bro. He's a little bit shorter than I thought he'd be. But I live in Moab, and the Moab 240 Hurt is David Goggins actually wrote a book, or it's in the book that he wrote, his second one, and it was cool because I actually got to see him in the flesh, and it was sick because he like ran right by my work, my job, literally like the set, like it was so cool. I was doing my job, and like I was tracking David Goggins, and I was like, oh shit, he's like outside right now. Like David Goggins is outside right now. And it was sick though. It was sick. I got to catch him on the fucking thing, and he was locked in. He was fucking dialed. It was something to see. It was something to see. You made it TikTok today, my boy. You did? Good fucking job. Good fucking job, my guy. Good fucking job. I'm proud of you. I hope you know that. Like, that is literally just one step. It just takes one step. You know? Don't look at the views. Don't look at the comments. Okay? Just do one. And then the only thing you have to worry about is just the next one. And that's it. Just worry about the next one. I mean, eventually, when you're at your 100th TikTok, then give a shit about all the other stuff that's related to, you know, just fucking press record. We get stuck in the not pressing record. Just press record. Like, yeah. But I'm proud of you, my homie. I'm so proud of you. Good job. We're going to be getting some good Python in today. We're going to be getting some great Python in today. We're building a translator. I have no idea how in the fuck that's going to happen. See, I'm so new to Python that I don't know what DSA means. Like, I'm that new. Yeah. I wish I knew what that what does that refer to? What does that mean? Inform me, please. Okay. It's crazy. I saw this other guy that was doing he was doing a vibe coding session. I didn't really like the idea. It seemed a little cheap, but that's okay. But what he did is at the beginning of his freaking stream, he had some hype ass fucking music and it was bumping. Let me tell you, I was sitting there, I was jamming. It was like, fuck yeah, bro. This is hype, you know? We're about to get a freaking sesh going. Um oh, data structure. Okay. Data structured algorithms or development. I'm in your second year. Damn, that's wild, my guy. That is wild. That is wild. See, if I knew the difference between either or, I would love to give you advice, but I want to show you my code real quick. I can't do a for loop properly. But yeah, that's okay though. Okay. Well, with that out of the way, I appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. We're about to have a crazy time. If you guys have any projects you're working on or any, fun shit that you want to yap about, feel free to yap about it. Okay? Like, we're here to yap as well as program. Learn to fucking lock in. Like, yap about your fucking shit. I'd love to talk about it. You know what I mean? If you're working on a project, we're gonna get a Discord up soon, okay? And y'all can like post your projects or whatever the hell you're working on, or if you just need a little bit of motivation to keep like track on a project. I feel like that's gonna be really fucking sick. I feel like that's gonna be really sick and a place to just be held like accountable. If you guys post a project, I'm gonna be on your ass about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing with the project? And if maybe you fell off a little bit, maybe you lost a little bit of motivation, that's what that's gonna be there for, to ensure that we have a community to just like keep shit going. You know what I mean? Keep our projects moving forward because it's so easy to get stagnant. Hell, I've been working on this robot arm for so long. The second I started streaming about it, oh, I need to change the title of this video. It's the next day. But the second I started streaming about it, dude, I've made more progress in the past 9 days than I have in the past like month because there's no one there to keep me accountable, and just a place to do that I feel is really crucial. Of course, I'm going to show our projects. I hope you guys show your guys' projects too. There's going to be I don't know how Discord works. Like, I'm very new to it, but we're going to figure out how to have just different places. And then obviously, for video games, some of us like winding down, playing a little bit of Minecraft, whatever. We'll have little stuff like that. We'll have other, we'll have like a teacher section for people that are truly trying to learn some shit, some hard ass shit. But yeah, and I do apologize if I'm cussing way too much. I need to get it out of my vocabulary, but it's unlikely. It is unlikely. Shall we begin? I am pushing this back so hard because I know this is going to be a fucking... Dude, this is going to be aggressive. Okay, boys. Let's get this going. I'm realizing that you guys can see this chat. Like, I don't have to have it on the screen, so I'm going to put it over here. If y'all prefer it right there, then just give me a little, That's crazy. Fucking 10 views in the first 10 minutes. 4 current views. Like, dude, holy shit. Can you imagine, like, 100 days from now? 200 days from now? We fucking hop on and there's like 30 fucking people immediately and we're all just working on crazy projects. This is going to be so fun, This is really going to be so fun. Okay. Enough yapping. Time to get to it. Building a basic translator. Lock in.
In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a...
Also, please let me know if audio is loud, if it's quiet, if it sounds so scratchy. I reviewed some of the live streams and there was parts where audio randomly was like unbearable. So please inform me if something of the sort is happening. Oh, here we go. We can go like that. Perfect. Go get the agua.
A basic translator.
Looking, boys.
In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a basic translator in Python. So essentially, we can take in a string, so we can take in like a phrase or a word, and we'll be able to translate it into.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, but in order to do that to a whole language, you would just need a dictionary that's so long. It's called a dictionary. Obviously, you would, but I can see how this would work immediately. I can. It's kind of low right now. It's kind of low. That's good to know. Oh my gosh, look at that. You guys, dude, you caught it. Look at that. Literally, it was. What about now? Is this a little bit better? Just a time? No, actually, it's not. Thank you so much for informing me about that. I forget. I have to change this setting every single time, and I forget to. Um, this is a shitty mic. It's a really. Oh, that's way too loud now. Well, maybe it's. We'll do 18. 18 plus decibels. That's 10. Yeah. No, thank you. That was very informative. Where am I from? I'm from the good old Utah. I mean, I might as well say the town. It's Moab, Utah. It's a little rackety ass, fucking jank ass. Now it might be a little too loud. That's whatever. Jank ass little small town Moab. It's the epitome of desert. Okay, it's desert. Okay, you look up videos online or images online, dude. It's the epitome of like fucking this Wild West. All right, boys. Let's lock in. Please, once again, inform me if something sounds so scratchy or so just as you did. It was perfect. Thank you for reminding me. All right, lock in.
A different language. Got to work. We would. And this is
Nested loops. That's not where we're at. Building a translator. How do we do that? I just like tabbed to the next. It's fine. We'll figure it out in a minute. Okay.
In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how.
And thank you for being here. I sincerely appreciate it. You amazing individuals. Thank you. Remember, if you have something you need to be doing right now, a project you want to work on, like as much as like I want you guys to be here, and I also want you guys to very much so work on your projects. If you have a project and you have some downtime, do that. You know what I mean? And then once we have the Discord up, share that amazingness. It doesn't matter if you're painting a car. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's something you're doing that's fun and creative and just awesome. You know what I mean? All right, sorry. Enough yapping.
How to build a basic translator in Python. So essentially, we can take in a string. So we can take in like a phrase or a word, and we'll be able to translate it into a different language. So over here, I have this little file, and it basically specifies this language that I made up. So I'm calling it the draft language. And in the draft language, all vowels become G. So if I was going to translate an English word into a draft word, for example, the word dog.
I could see how that'd work. Okay.
I would look through the word dog in any instances where there was a vowel. So in our case, let's just say A, E, I, O, or U. I would convert that vowel into a G. So dog would map to DGG. Cat would get mapped into CGT. So those are the basic translation rules. Obviously, this is a pretty simple language, but you get the point. Any vowel is going to become a G, and then we'll get the draft language. So we're going to build a draft translator. Over here in our Python file, let's start making this translator. The first thing I'm going to do is just define.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This stuff was, dude, nested for loops was not. It was difficult, to say the least. Okay. I'm going to put that right there for later use. We're going to like this. All right.
A translate function. So I'm going to make a function here, and I'm just going to call it translate. And inside of these parentheses, we want this to take one piece of information, which is going to be the phrase that we want to translate. So I'm just going to say phrase. And now inside of this function, we need to figure out like, okay, how can we translate
Okay, how can we make this a little bit different? Okay, we're gonna go like this. Did I spell that correctly? Yeah, I think it did. Okay. Bam. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna just say like that.
English into our draft language? Well, remember, the rules is basically just any vowels become G's. So the first thing I want to do is create a variable. And this variable is going to be the translation. So this will be like the final result that we're going to return to the user. So I can say translation. For now, I'm just going to set it equal.
I'm just gonna call for now. We'll modify it to make it like to use our brains. But for now, we're gonna kind of copy and paste just so we can get the hang of what the fuck he's talking about. Or should we? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know how to spell translate. Translate. That just seems fucking right.
Equal to the empty string. So this is just going to be like a completely empty string. It's not going to be doing anything. And
Okay.
now what we want to do is we basically want to loop through every letter inside of this phrase. And if it's a vowel, we want to change it to G. And if it's
I need to go back just a little bit.
what we want to do is we basically want to loop through every letter inside of this phrase.
Ah. Then you can make phrase equal to input. Okay, I think I know how he's gonna do this. Okay. Yeah.
And if it's a vowel, we want to change it to G. And if it's not a vowel, we want to leave it alone. And we're essentially going to be looping through phrase and we're going to be adding the letters onto this translation one by one. So let me show you guys how we can do this. I'm going to make a for loop. So I'm going to say for, and I'm just going to say letter in.
Adding another thing equals, I don't know why we're doing that, but okay. For uh uh for yeah, we'll just do letter. Oh, and okay. Poop. For letter and poop.
Phrase. And so now when I loop through here,
Okay,
I can
we got this.
access each individual letter inside of
Yeah.
the phrase that they passed in. So what I want to do is I want to check to see if the letter is a vowel or not.
Hold up, we're gonna wind it just a bit.
Access each individual letter inside of the phrase that they passed in. So what I want to do is I want to check to see if the letter is
1 second, you just look at this. Okay, so definition, translation, phrase. Okay. So translation equals that. And then we have for letter and phrase, which is this, which we're going to pass this later. We're going to give it this later. But so for letter and phrase, each thing and not specifically phrase. Okay.
is a vowel or not, right? If it's a vowel, then we can add a G onto translation. If it's not a vowel, then we can just add on whatever letter it was onto translation anyway. So
Okay.
I'm going to use this if statement. I'm going to say if, and there's actually this special thing we can do in Python. We can check to see if something is in something else. So I can say if letter in, and over here, I'm just going to type out all the vowels. So we'll say A, E, I, O, U, and A, E, I, O, U. So I'm basically checking to see if the letter is inside of this string. And if the letter is inside of here, then we know that it's a vowel. So down here, we can handle that case. So I can say,
If letter in. Oh, for okay, look at this. That totally makes sense. So for letter in phrase, whatever we pass here, let's say it's gonna be equal to an input for letter in phrase. If letter in blank Translate. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Translation is equal to translation plus G.
Ah. 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 Is equal to translation. Oh, we need this guy here. That's what's tweaking out. Plus, I think you need.
Because
Yeah, we're gonna do plus AH. We're gonna do AH. Yeah. Like this. I hope that us doing two things right here isn't gonna throw it off, but who knows? Who knows? All right.
if this letter is a vowel, we just want to convert it into a G. Otherwise, though,
Else, so inside this if statement, ELSE.
I can basically just say translation is equal to translation plus letter.
I can see. Okay. Hold up. I need to copy this without the space. Okay. Letter. Okay. Okay. We got
So in
this.
the case where we have a vowel, I'm adding a G onto translation. In the case where we don't have a vowel, I'm just adding on whatever letter.
Now we need to get it to where. Oh, I see. Okay. I want to make it to where it's an input. To where I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to like. He's probably going to do something like this, right? At least I'm thinking he's probably going to do something like this. E, oh, I'm spelling. Wait. Bam, bam. And then he's probably going to do something like this. Let's see. And then he's probably going to pay something. This is cool and um poo poop. Okay. Oh, we have to return. I think we return translation. Hold up. Actually, we're doing this a little bit wrong. We're
Letter
just
it
gonna finish
was
that off.
onto translation. So finally, down below this for loop, we just want to return the translation. So I'm just gonna say return.
Yeah, return. Yeah, that's where it was at. Return translation for the for loop, right? Re to R. Dude, not having the autocorrect, let me tell you, not having the autocorrect is like makes shit a little interesting to say the least. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, if you're gonna get a little bit more up close and personal with me, just a little bit closer, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, let's get this. Translation, turn, rants, turn, translate.
Translation. And now we have a awesome translation.
Was okay. What's wrong? 7. Plus letter. What's wrong with this? See, where end of state is it not tabbed correctly? What the fuck's happening? It's V, Control V. Maybe maybe this, did I not spell something right? No. What the fuck's wrong with this right here? What the fuck's wrong with this? Why? Else. What? Huh? Why is this wrong? It's nested, right? Isn't it? Yeah. What the fuck's happening? What is wrong with this? Huh? Yo. What is up, Sir Fracture? I hope you've been having an amazing day. You G. You absolute G. Oh,
function.
nope. What's happening? Hold up. Oh, look like this. This. Okay. You did not miss too much. Don't you worry. Just a little pep talk. And, yeah, just a little pep talk. Don't worry. You don't miss too much. We're in the trenches right now trying to learn what the fuck's wrong with this goddamn script right here. I mean, just so I can learn it, I basically copied homie for hand in hand. I just changed a few things to see what the fuck happens. Yo, my other guy. Clipper. Sir Clipper. Sorry if that was deafeningly loud. Hey, it is nice to see the two of you in here. It is so nice. It's so strange. You guys must be like synced up, like all in the same room, because it's so strange. People always join like at the same, like I feel like you'll have no one, and then just like we'll have 4 people that have been in the stream before. It's like join at the exact same like millisecond. Like you guys just joined at the same time. Don't worry, you are not late. We basically just started stream comparatively to other streams. Comparatively, we basically just started. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a swell 2026. It is a new year, a new year. You know what I'm saying? We gotta cook this year, okay? We gotta no. Forget the resolutions. Forget the resolutions. We just gotta start doing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing. We'll have more pep talks later. You know, you'll have plenty of pep talks. But you know what I'm saying? We gotta just get to it. That's it. It's that simple. You know, we gotta stop yapping. Dude, happy New Year's, bro. Happy freaking New Year's. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm really glad you guys are here. Dude, this Discord server is going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. That's a good question. I do not know, actually. Huh. It's a very, 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 very interesting question. Who knows, my guy? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Well, today is about 2 things. Oh my gosh, that actually kind of looks cool. Making chat like look huge. Nah, it's a little distracting, I'm not gonna lie. We'll go like this. Fracture has been chosen not just by YouTube, but by the gods themselves for a higher purpose. And don't you worry, for those who know him, you're gonna know what that is very soon. But yeah, and we are all number 1 in this community. We are all number 1. Fracture's just like number 1.5. You know what I mean? He's just like a little bit above, you know. Or guess like he's like 0. If like it's like backwards, it's like 2 or 3, 2, 1. He's like 0. He's before you even get to 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we are focusing on right now. Here's what we're trying to figure out. Why the fuck this program is giving me? Oh, well, it just changed. Why is this wrong? That's my question. Why is this wrong? Letter. That seems right. What if we're to okay? How about this? Here's what we learned from last multiple streams. Play the fucking video, and we'll figure it the fuck out. All right. Let's play it.
And it should probably work. So
Also, I'm very sorry if it's like deafeningly loud. Forgive me. I have a really shitty mic, and I don't know how to control the audio settings.
let's come down
Forgive
here and
me.
we'll test it out. So why don't we allow a user to input some information?
That's
So
what we were looking for before. I think it's gonna have to be poop, right? We're gonna have to set it to poop.
I'm basically gonna call this function. Actually, we're gonna print it out. So we'll print
Couldn't we just do
this out, and I'm
input?
gonna call this function translate. And inside of here, I'm actually just gonna
Oh, because this is gonna ask for no what?
pass whatever the user inputs. So I can just say input, and inside of these parentheses, I can say the prompt. So
What? But this is already gonna. You could just do. What am I looking at?
enter a phrase. And so now
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start out this time instead of doing my own thing. I'm gonna start out by copying him, and then we're gonna slowly fuck it up as time goes on to see our limits. Because that we are learning is the most efficient way to learn is to just fuck up as much as we possibly can. And then yeah. We're doing it like this. Translate, and then we gotta do another set of parentheses. Input, which I don't know why we have to do. It's a little strange. Enter YOURMOM's name. Enter your mom's name. Translate. Why is this wrong? Why is this wrong? What's happening here? Please tell me what the am I tripping or something? I must be having a silly panic attack, a silly little I'm going schizophrenic. There's nothing wrong with this. It's almost copied word by word. Okay, what if we were to change the one thing? It does nothing. Okay, that's the only difference. Everything else is, sure, these are a little different. Okay, we're going to go line by line. So we need to stop looking at the whole thing, line by line. Oh, maybe he's changing something. Maybe he changes something.
I'm basically combining all of these statements together. I'm saying I want to print out the translation of whatever the...
Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. That would make a little bit of fucking sense now, wouldn't it? That would make a little bit of fucking sense. Dude. Fracture has been given a break by the gods. By the gods. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. No, you don't have to be here too long, my guy. Okay. If you have chores in which you're a very busy man, feel free to hop out whenever you need, okay? Yeah, can we just get a W Clipper in the chat? Well, yeah, Clipper. I can't pronounce that. Get a W Clipper in chat real quick. W fucking Clipper. We still have one more thing wrong. Translate. It's the same as that. I don't know why the fuck that's tweaking. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What's wrong with this? Something's still very wrong. Okay, let's see. Okay. We're gonna just play it. Maybe he changes something real quick. I don't know why I'm getting errors right here.
The user enters in. So let's go ahead and run this program. And
he's just running it. He is just running it. We're gonna run it. We're just gonna press fucking play on this thing and just see what happens, okay? I have no idea why it's running these. Why? What am I doing? Okay, okay, line by line. Okay. Def. Bam. Oh. Oh, obviously. Obviously. God damn it. That's what I was doing wrong. Obviously. Holy crap, dude. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Yeah, no, that's embarrassing. That was so. This is translate. That was I read off of his. His says his translate and then translation. I'm just I'm just autistic. I'm just autistic. I'm just chronically autistic. Holy shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. DAW. No. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I put a G. It's supposed to be a H. Let's try that one more time. It's peak. Now, what if we're to do this? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you thought you were rational. Dude, you guys are funny. You know that? You guys were funny. Okay. We're gonna use Google because I'm not typing a whole fucking sentence. Once upon a time there was a horse and it was very hairy. There we go. We're gonna go like this, like this, like this. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, I just press enter. Uns, ugh, ton. Oh, the E escaped. A-E-I-O-U. Yeah, we screwed out the E. Look at that. E. Damn, we forgot that. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We're gonna run it one more time. Bam. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Look at this shit. I can't even fucking read that. My brain's having a hemorrhage right now. Okay. Uns okay, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. What if we're to just do it to just G seems pretty sick. Let's try it one more time. Uno mas. Okay, that seems a little bit more readable somehow. Okay. Gun g gup gun. Oh wait, g gup gun g g g. The Gurg. What? The Gurg. Wuggers. G. Huggers. G. Gund. Was. Very. Yeah, we're not doing that no more. I'm literally having a stroke if you can't tell. That was a stroke. That's what it's like trying to read my fucking code right there. Okay. That was cool. Okay, I think he's gonna add a little bit more to this. Like we're not. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna play this video. You like this new mic stand? I was gonna put some linear actuators on it and turn it into a robot arm, but then I realized linear actuators are $90 a fucking piece. I was like, never mind. Still might do it though. That'd be cool. Cool little project. All right, let's play her.
And we'll see how we do. So I'm going to run the program. It says enter a phrase. Actually, let me format this a little bit better. Okay. All right, so it says enter a phrase. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just type in the example we used before. I'm going to say dog.
And please let me know if his voice is too quiet or if it's too loud.
So now out pops the answer, which is D,
If it's fine, you don't gotta say anything.
G, G. So that's kind of cool. And we can just keep running this as many times as we want. So I could type in like to be or not to be. So this is like a little
That's the $1,000,000 question.
bit longer.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm stop pausing.
You can see it translates it into our draft language. So that's basically how we can create our little translator app, and that's pretty cool. And so you can
Audio solid, sick. Okay. Oh, and by the way, future streams, we're gonna have a few streams where it's like a lot more engaging, a lot funner. Okay, like these are the trenches, you could say. Like these, you're in the trenches with me right now. This is the not glamorous, the not fun, the not exciting, the really difficult to watch, requires literal meditation in order to retain your attention. We're gonna have a lot more like fun, actually, like you wanna like watch it streams. You know what I mean? Like it's worth your time, hopefully. Like, type streams. These are fun, don't get me wrong. But they're dude, you require levels of meditation in order to watch these. So for those of you that are watching these streams some fucking how, thank you. Like you've clearly displayed a level of mental capacity which most do not possess. So you're up there when it comes to retentions or attention span. You're up there. Oh, let's play.
You can see we're using a for loop in combination with an if loop, and that's a really powerful structure.
Yeah.
And actually, there's one place over here where we can make this a little bit more efficient. So instead of saying if letter in this string, you'll notice here I'm checking to see if it's in all the lowercase and the uppercase. I could actually just say if letter dot lower in, and now I only have to type out the lowercase letters, and it's still going to do the same exact.
How does this work?
Thing. So that's a little like
But okay, so here's the question, right? If letter dot lower and then in what I don't know, maybe it's just I'm autistic, but wouldn't this dot lower wouldn't that just, it's accounting only for the lowercase now? Or is it now magically accounting for uppercase somehow? Inform me.
Or whatever that we could use. And there's also one more problem with this program. So you'll notice down here, we're setting the translation equal to the translation plus G. But the problem is if I was to start my word inside of the phrase with a capital vowel, so in other words, if I said like on, you'll notice that when this gets printed out, it gets printed out as lowercase gn. So it's not keeping our uppercase syntax. And that's kind of a problem. So we can actually use another if statement in here, and we could check to see if letter dot is.
Dude, how the fuck? That's okay. That's insane. That is insane that we've had. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna play it. I'm sorry.
And if the letter is uppercase, then we can just set the translation equal to the translation plus a capital G.
Oh, I can see he didn't finish it. This makes sense now. Okay, if letter in that makes sense. This makes sense now. Okay.
Otherwise, we can just set it equal to the lowercase g. And so now
that is very, very cool way of doing that. I actually like that. That tickles my pickle in like the right way. You know what I mean? Like this makes sense. Happy juices flowing. Happy juices flowing. Okay, that's good. Okay.
We're able to control both of those situations. So let's just test this and see if it works. Enter a phrase, say on, and now we're keeping that capital letter. So those are just a couple different ways that we could make this program a little bit better. But the basic concept is we have a for loop, and then we have some if loops inside of it, and we're calling this awesome function that can translate a word for us.
That was a good thing. We're not gonna do the rest of the stuff that he did because it kind of makes sense. I know we should for practice, but like, I'll do that in my off time. Okay, comments. Let's see. Let's do this whole course really quickly. There we go. We can skip this course. Quickest course we've ever done. Quickest thing we've ever done. I don't know. Is there something else other than like this is the only thing I need to know in comments, right? Like this is the only thing. You just hashtags fucking comment shit out and they're no longer read by the thing, right? The reason why we're not going to try their courses on the website is one of two reasons. One, there is a wonderful individual. His name is Code Bro, and he has a top tier thingamajigger. You call this thingamajigger. It's a course. It's gonna be 12 hours long. Okay, that thing's what you call a course. Okay, we don't have to pay a dime for that. Their courses, I've tried them out. They're pretty good. Don't get me wrong. They're pretty good. Just they're not really what I'm looking for. Plus, I can't live stream them, so that would be copyright material, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. Try accept. Am I reading that right? Yeah, try accept. Let's lock in, boys.
In this tutorial,
yes.
I want to talk to you guys about catching errors in Python. Now, a lot of times when we're writing Python programs,
I don't think it's possible to catch the errors that I throw. I don't think it's possible. I throw those errors with such speed, with such velocity, with such vigor. You can't catch them. Okay. Catch these errors. Catch these errors, boy. Okay. I'm sorry. I needed to. Yeah.
Situations could come up, and your program might throw an error or it might throw an exception. And a lot of times when these situations happen, they'll completely stop your program from running. And what we can actually do is we can watch out for, certain specific errors that are gonna.
Forgive me, it's not Code with Bro. I keep on saying that. It's Code Bro. Code Bro. I'm gonna pop it up like a millisecond. He's a sick guy. Code Bro. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. I get another god darn PyCharm fucking ad. Yeah. Wasted money. Look at this. Multiple hours long right here. If you're wanting to learn how to program, this will literally take you from 0 to hero. Watch the first 3 seconds of this video.
What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to start coding with Python. I've also included 20 different hands-on projects to help you learn. You can find the entire list in the description of this video. Our final project will be a weather app that fetches real-time weather data from an API. Even if you've never coded anything in your life before, I'll walk you through the basics, the ABCs of programming. If that sounds good to you, then I encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This course doesn't cost you anything, but if you would like to help...
He's already getting into it. Look at that. That's what you call efficiency. Efficiency. Ramo. Sir Ramo. The goat is here. The goat is indeed here. It is nice to see you, my guy. It is so nice to see you. It is always a pleasure to have you inside of our comment sections, inside of our chats, our presence. Thank you for being here. Okay. It is very nice to see you as well. W ad, no, L ad, okay? Because we have it right here. It's right here on my desktop, and they have the audacity. I know they can't search my computer, but they have the audacity to continue sending me ads. It's like I clearly downloaded your shit already. Okay, clearly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna press play now. Yeah, install it. You're right. I need to install it. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's get this try accept statements going. Let's get it going. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Pop up in our
unlock origin light. What is this? Please tell me. Okay.
Program, and we can actually handle them. So instead of our program just breaking and stop executing, we can actually handle those errors and do things when they occur. So I want to show you guys an example of using this. Down here I'm saying number is equal to int input enter a number. Basically what's happening is I'm prompting the user to enter in a
Enter a number, put number.
number using this input command, and then I'm converting whatever they entered into an integer. So as long as they enter in like a valid integer, I can convert it into an integer. So I can convert it into like a whole number, and I can store it inside of this number variable.
What happens if we do that real quick? We're gonna. Oh, it's an ad blocker. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, thank you. Not right now, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come back and read this comment and get that. Okay. Fuck. Sorry. You're right. Sorry. Fuck. You're right. No, locking in right now.
Variable that I'm just printing. So as long as they enter in like a valid integer, I can convert it into an integer. So I can convert it into like a whole number, and I can store it inside of this number variable. Then I'm just printing it out. So let's try to execute this program. I'm gonna run the program, and you'll see down here it says enter a number. So we can enter in like 4, for example. And when I enter in 4, everything's gonna work. And
What happens when you don't enter in 4? What happens if you enter in fucking caca? Well, that's my question. That is my $1 million question right there. Okay, if this mic could fucking not be dumb, that'd be great. If it could just not wiggle. Oh, I guess I'm trying to ask of it something that's not physically possible. That's understandable, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, that's minorly understandable. Whatever. Okay. Lock in.
and it's just gonna print out 4, and everything is right in the world. And actually I'm gonna modify this up here so it's a little easier to see. But let's say we run the program again. So it says, okay, enter your number. Let's say that I break the rules and I don't enter a number. So I just
This is our $1 million question. We're gonna try this out, but he's gonna do it for us.
ignore what the prompt says, and I put, some random text in here. Now when I enter this, the program's gonna throw
Error
an error.
code.
You
Okay.
can see down here it says value error, invalid literal for int base with base 10. Basically,
Let's read this real quick. Because I'm curious what these. Oh, I trace most recent call list, file, blah 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 blah, number, blah blah. Oh, and it tells you, and there's blah 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 blah. Does it give you a fix? Value error, initialized letter. Huh, it does not, but that's okay.
value error, invalid literal for int base with base 10. Basically, hey, you didn't enter in an integer like you said you would, right? We told them to enter in a number, they entered in text, so it broke the program. And this is a situation that happens a lot. So there's a lot of different situations where something can just go wrong in our program. And up until now, we've just kind of accepted it as a reality. But if you're writing a real live Python program, you don't want something like this to trip up your program. You don't want the
Yeah, it's true.
entire program to break when somebody just forgets to enter in a number, right? You want to be able to handle all these different situations. And
True,
in order
true.
to handle them, we can use
Very
something
true.
called a try except block.
Try except block. This sounds familiar. Sir Fracture's back from the dead. From the dead.
And a try except block will basically allow your program to try out a piece of code, and if everything goes well, then we're great. Like, we could try out entering in the number, and if the user enters in the correct number, great. But if they don't enter in the correct number, then we can basically like account for that. So if they entered in
Can you imagine have a multi-thousand line program and you have to insert like 20 octillion try except fucking functions into your goddamn script? Can you imagine that for every single possibility? Like, you just have to run the program 1 million times and fuck up in every possible way to figure out where you need to put in these try except statements. That'd be crazy. That'd be a lot of work.
In something like a string when they're supposed to enter in a number, we could tell them like, hey, you entered in the wrong thing. So I'm going to show you guys how we can use these try except blocks. I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to say try. I'm going to make a colon, and now I want to indent both of these things. So both of these things are going to be inside of this try block.
That sounds familiar. Hold up. We're going to try something here. Control Shift I. It's going to open up inspect. I don't know if you guys can read this. This is just inspect. It's kind of whatever. Okay, we're going to go to elements. I guess this is HTML. This is completely different. But I feel like I remember seeing something like that. No, we just got body. And yeah, okay. I feel like I remember seeing something like that though. Huh. Let's go to a different source. A little bit simpler. Let's see. I swear to God, I remember seeing a. No, we got HTML, head, body, iframe, blah blah blah, body HTML. Huh. I thought I remember seeing this inside of HTML, but I guess not. Huh. I must be tripping. Okay.
Now I'm going to make a new line. I'm going to come down here.
Dude. That, please, once you're done, if it is not sensitive to information, please send that over via Discord. That would be sick. Okay. I am very intrigued into whatever the hell that is, whatever the hell it is you're referring to. It seems dope. Seems very dope. I'm gonna move this actually right here. I feel it feels right. Although you guys can probably see this chat already, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. Lock in.
Here, and I'm just going to type out accept, and I'm all.
We're gonna rewind a little bit.
These things. So both of these things are going to be inside of this try block. Now I'm going to make a new line. I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to type out.
Oh, wait.
Accept.
Uno momento, ladies and gents. We actually need to try something or change something. I forgot. We're going to go to this. Oh, fuck it. You guys get to see full screen. I don't think this is sensitive. Nah, who cares? Y'all are awesome people, so you wouldn't do anything nefarious, would you? Okay. Where the fuck is? Where is it? We need to edit the title. Webcam. No. Give me a moment, guys. We need to change the title real quick because it is incorrect. Cancel. God, you see how stupid this is? Like, I want you to check this out, right? I wanna change something, right? I wanna change something. I wanna see something, right? No, I gotta cancel the fucking stream. Yeah, but like during this live, I suppose I can edit it afterwards, but I wanna get it going. You know what I mean? Like the titles needs to be correct. That's okay. Whatever. It's okay. Whatever, bruv. Oh, I almost pressed fucking. I almost clicked on that. It would have ended the stream right there. That's crazy. That would have been so goofy. What a silly little mistake that would have been. Okay. Let's continue with this shenanigans. All right. Lock in, boys.
And I'm also going to put a colon here. And down here, I'm just going to print.
We're going to rewind a little bit
to indent both of these things. So both of these things are going to be inside of this try block. Now I'm going to make a new line. I'm going to come down here and we're just going to type out accept. And I'm also going to put a colon here. And down here, I'm just going to print something out. So I'll just say like invalid input. So now, since I put this code inside of this try block, if the user enters in.
Wait. Honest to God, is leaking an email bad? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd give a shit if like 30 fucking random people decided to be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it wouldn't be too bad. Take care. Does that mean you're leaving? Or you're like, take care of the thing? Please inform me. All right.
Send something wrong,
Okay.
it's going to be able to catch it. So it'll be able to catch what the user does wrong and print out invalid input onto the screen. So let's go ahead and run our program. And it's just going to say enter a number. So we're going to ignore that. We'll enter this.
Ah, I see. I can see how, yeah, no, I can kind of see now a little bit how leaking email would be bad. How about this? Hear me out, guys. Never check old streams, okay? Just never check them. Just never, okay? Never watch another like a stream past this one because unless if it was building a 3D printer or a PC, but because there is some very sensitive data, I was very careless. Let's just say Fracture caught me, luckily, a few times. He like the demigod he is. He was like, "Hey, brother, change your ways." Okay, I'm sorry. Lock in. That's silly.
This in.
Alright.
And it's just going to say.
Well, let's try that real quick. Let's try that. Let's say we enter in a number, or no, we can't really do it with this, can we? Holy shit! I gotta take a piss so bad. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. I don't know how do we, guys? How do we trip this this little program right here? How do we trip it? Are we gonna like? We're gonna try to do this over here. We're gonna try to do what he did.
Able to catch it. So it'll be able to
try and accept. We'll try real quick. How do you spell it? Move. T-R-Y. Capital T? No. T-R-Y. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us and you want to see the robot arm that we're going to be building, the reason why we're learning Python to build a robot arm, if you would like to see that, I'm not going to tell you to subscribe, but if you did want to see it, I assume you'd consider the notion of subscribing. That would mean a lot to me if you did. So thank you. Do I seriously have to now tab every single one of these? Tab? Oh my god, I do. Nope. Alright, and then he did accept. Did I spell that correctly? E-X-C, no. E-X-C E-P-T, accept. Such a, English is so, I hate English. It's so, you know what I mean? Okay, now what we're gonna do. We're gonna do print. You can't see that. P-R-I-N-T. Y-O-U-R-A-O-Z-er. Loser. Okay, but now how do we throw off this thing? Yo, what's up, my guy? What browser am I using? I'm currently using Google. Unfortunately, we're changing this soon. Don't worry, we are going to be changing this very soon. I'm thinking Opera. There's different kinds of Opera, but we're going to be changing this. Google is like, no, it's Bison. I don't care about that. It's more of it's just terribly unoptimized. Of course, I remember you. You were selling people or something. Let's not talk about that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, we got 10 people in here. For those of you that are just joining us, we're learning Python to build a robot arm. If you're interested in seeing that journey, please consider subscribing. Consider it if possible. Okay, how do we trip this program, right? Because it accepts anything. Oh, really? That's good to know. That is really good to know that Opera might not be the best. Dude. That's going to be... Dude, okay, here's the thing. Whenever it comes to... Just a quick side tangent. We're going to get... Don't worry, we're going to get to plenty of programming in just a millisecond. we're going to be getting to Linux. Okay, I know it's not the best operating system, and it's littered, just peppered with, incongruencies with this modern world and applications. Sure, but Windows is a hog mess piece of shit, and I don't care who says what. It is terrible. It's terrible. It's awful to work with. I just do it because it just works with everything else. It's like why do you use Google? Because it works with everything else. So yeah, that is the only reason why we're using Windows right now. Only reason why we're using Google right now, because it works with everything else. So yeah, side tangent over, hopefully. Okay, ladies and gents, let's lock in. Let's get this going. Okay, so we're gonna run this little program. It's gonna translate whatever the fuck we put into it, and it's gonna put a G instead of vowels. How do we trip this? Can we put like numbers? Arch Linux, dude. That's where it's at. I'm telling you, that's where it's at. All right, we're gonna run this. We're not gonna run it. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Return. For return. Try. Accept. Else. Translate. Everything is indented correctly, I think. What's wrong with this, ladies and gentlemen? If you can find it, I'll give you big kiss. Big kiss on the lips. What is wrong with this? I 100% agree. It's whatever the hell I'm comfortable with, but, big old but, it's so annoying to work with whenever let me tell you, it's just, yeah. It's difficult to work. Like, Windows, it's great. Don't get me wrong. In where it's compatible with everything else, that's great. But it likes to shit on you and everything else, okay? Sure, the mods that we're going to be running inside of Minecraft are going to probably break down. Our RTX shaders are probably going to stop fucking working. Who cares? Okay. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you watching this instead of scrolling on Instagram for the beginning of your year. Remember, Discord is coming up soon. If you want to share your projects and shit there, consider giving a like or a subscribe. Whichever you'd like. It means a lot to me. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with this, though? Doom making that'd be crazy. That would be insane. Okay. Yeah, you have to. There's going to be a lot of finagling, but that's going to be the fun part, right? That we're going to literally we're going to stream on my tiny ass fucking laptop, wherever the fuck it is, and then you're going to watch me go through the whole fucking thing. It's going to be a 12-hour long live stream of just Windows to Arch Linux. Yeah. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you can always do yeah. Yeah. That's ooh. I didn't think about that. Okay. Okay, what's wrong with this though? We need to figure this out. Let's try, maybe it's not indented correctly. Ah, that is what it was. No, it has more errors. No, maybe not. Okay, let's see. How do we trip this up? Okay, so we can enter in anything. What if we were to enter in nothing? What if we were to enter in nothing? Would that trip it up? No. I don't know how to trip it up, yeah. That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah. Hey, but see, that's the thing about Linux, right? It's like, I don't know how to learn. I don't know. You could show me any Python script right now. I don't know how to do it. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, I know a little bit, but I wouldn't know how to do it. But if you throw me into the thick of it, it's like, I just have to learn. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the nice part about something like Linux, is I want to learn about it. And it's like, whenever it becomes your fucking OS, you got to learn about it. It's going to take some finagling, but finagling's worth it whenever you are out on the other end and you're like, yeah, I use Arch, by the way. I guess that'd be like a really nerd thing to say, but in my world, that's the highest degree of a compliment. Okay. We've been a little sidetracked, but that's all. That's okay. This is great conversation. This is great conversation. Thank you guys for joining and yapping about shit like operating systems and stuff like that. Like this is the community, like that's the community I want. People that are able to like confidently yap about and operating systems. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're not talking about politics. Let's not start. But we're yapping about fucking operating systems and fun shit like programming and Linux and you know what I mean. So thank you guys for being so wise wizards. Thank you for being fucking wizards. And if you're a wizard that wants to maybe stop by again sometime, consider subscribing. You don't have to, but if that piques your interest. Sorry, I always ask for people to subscribe. I do apologize for the consistency with that.
The user does wrong.
Okay, we're gonna play the video. I'm sorry, we're gonna play the fucking video.
Print out invalid input onto the screen. So let's go ahead and run our program, and it's just gonna say enter a number. So we're gonna ignore that. We'll enter this in, and now instead of yelling at us and breaking the program, it just says, "Hey, invalid input." So it was
No, that's a good point. Yeah. I think maybe it'd be whenever it comes to installing Linux, maybe I just install it on instead of my RTX fucking my system, the one that's streaming right now. Maybe I just try it on my laptop and I just dink around until I'm like, "Oh, that's," you know what I mean? So that's some good advice. You silly little goosies. Lock in.
Able to handle the error. So we're gonna ignore that. We'll enter this in, and now
right now what we're doing is just learning to get if they enter an invalid thing. If it's invalid, the thing that they enter, then the program is gonna be like, okay, send them an invalid input. That's all. It's
instead of yelling
seems
at
pretty
us
self-explanatory.
breaking the program, it just says, "Hey, invalid input." So it was able to handle the error that got called. It was able to handle the invalid input error. Basically just told us, "Hey, no more input." So this is a really powerful thing that we can do in our Python programs, basically just to protect our programs, right? If I want to have my program running for long periods of time, I can't have something as simple as an invalid input trip it up. So I can catch that invalid input using these try except blocks. But here's the thing, you'll notice that this little guy down here is getting highlighted. And let's just see what it has to say. So it's basically saying too broad exception clause. And this is a message that we're getting because when I just say accept, this will catch any error under the sun. So anything that can go wrong on my
Oh, that's you see, we can't do that.
program, for the most part, this is gonna accept it. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say I had in my program, I was creating a variable, right? So I want to create a variable called value, and I set it equal to 10 divided by 0. Now, if you know anything about math, you'll know that you can't divide a number by 0. It's not.
Yes, you can. Because the aliens made it so. The aliens made it that's so.
Sorry. So the program isn't going to be able to handle.
Real quick, all right. So Linux does take a significant amount of knowledge, and that That's exactly what I'm looking for in Linux. That is exactly what I'm looking for in Linux. It's the fact that, so it's like, here's the upside of Linux. You have to like make it. But here's the downside of Linux. You have to make it. You know what I mean? It's like the pro is the con. So, but it's just learning a little bit at a time, learning just a little bit at a time and just like working through it. Obviously, if it's going to be your daily driver, don't just give it just put it on a side laptop. But yeah, that's the goal. Don't worry, that's going to be a very fun. We're going to get some nerds in that live stream. Let me tell you, we're going to get some fucking nerds. And I'm so excited to to just have them spit their knowledge, their geek ass knowledge. That's going to be so fun. And you guys with your knowledge, I appreciate you guys. So you're informing me about how to go about it. I was thinking about doing it with this system. I'm now knowing that is probably not a wise decision. We'll try with the laptop first. All right. Let's go.
Handle this, and you'll see that this is going to throw an error for us. So when I run the program, it basically says 0 division error, division by 0. We're not allowed to do that, right? If I took this and I put this down inside of this try block, and I just pasted it in here, it's going to get caught by this exception that we wrote down here. So it's going to get caught by that except. So when I run the program, you'll see it says invalid input. But the problem is that we didn't input something that was invalid, right? We just divided by 0, but it wasn't able to.
Also, if you know Linux and you want to be here for that live stream, consider subscribing. If you're a Linux user or you know the Arch, consider subscribing, because we are going to be installing Linux on my trash ass laptop. You can't see, it's off screen. And it's going to be a great time. We're probably going to fucking brick that hoe, but we're going to brick it in the name of science. And just a reminder, just a little reminder, the stream, you see this? Okay, oh, sorry, we're going to do a little side tangent. We're going to do a little, it's worth your time, trust me. This is worth your time, side tangent. Okay, you see this stream, you're seeing this, right? What is all this being computed on? You want to know what it's being computed on? It is being computed on, 1 second, if I can move the mic. Ding, 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 ding. That is a PC in a microwave. Probably wondering, why is the PC in a microwave? Who fucking knows? But you want to know who built this? You want to know who built... Hold up, let me get the light over here so you can let me see what the fuck's happening. You want to know who built this? Sir Fracture himself. Yes, that is a fan blowing into the microwave. Yeah, that you are looking at that correctly. Why, you may be asking? Well, guess what? I don't know how to build a PC. I don't know how to build a PC. Okay, but you know who did? Sir Fracture Zero himself. He's currently doing stuff. He's not in chat, bro. Oh, no, he's right here. He's right here. Yes. His beautiful creation. So if you know Linux, when I say this, I mean it. You will be helping me step by step, brick by brick, on how to install it onto my laptop. That's going to happen. Fracture built this whole PC. The 9-hour-long live stream is available on the channel if you don't believe me. Hold up, I need to do this. Give me a moment. I do sincerely apologize for the loud noises you were witnessing. Please just work with me. Sorry, there's wires everywhere. Okay. Look at this. Fracture built this whole thing. He helped install the RAM. He helped install the CPU. He helped install the beautiful graphics card. Let me turn on the light. The beautiful graphics card. You see that? Look at her glowing. Look at her glowing. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, guess what? Fracture built this whole thing. This whole thing. If you know Arch Linux, or if you know Linux, any Linux, you will be of great assistance inside of that live stream. So consider subscribing. If you know anything in which we're going to be participating in, robotics, learning Python, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter. Know that your knowledge is going to be greatly appreciated. Okay? And we will be utilizing it to the highest extent. The highest extent. I'm sorry for the very loud noises. We're just going about it. You know what I mean? Oh! Ah! Yeah, that was almost catastrophic. Okay. That was almost a silly little mistake right there. Okay, so many wires going everywhere. Oh, that's why. Okay, give me a moment. Okay. Give me a moment. Everything's broke. Yeah, so subscribe if you want to teach me your wisdom. And W Fracture. Okay, W Fracture. Okay, well, give me a moment. Un momento, por favor. We must fix what I have broken. Okay. How's y'all's day been? Doing good? That's great. That's so great. Like this. Like this. Don't fall, please. Jesus. I almost just lost my friend's $1,000 camera. That would have been silly. That would have been silly. Oh, dude. That is peak. That is peak. Yeah, who needs doom scrolling when you can teach an autistic individual the inner workings of Linux? Okay. When you can teach him Python. When you can grow as a community. No, there's no need for doom scrolling then. Okay? Okay. Hopefully that never happens again. I mean, I'm referring to the fallen camera. That jank that just happened. Okay. Let's get back into it. Yes, we are making a Discord server, by the way, most certainly, because I want this to be an amazing community, which it already is becoming. Like we're just in a comment section right now, but I hope for you guys to be able to share your guys' projects. Like, sure, making a robot arm, you can't really see it too well. Sure, making a robot arm is pretty sick. You guys have some fucking fun projects that I've heard of. Okay, you have some sick projects, and I want to see them. And I'm willing to post them onto this channel so that many more people can see them. Like, you guys have some amazing ideas and amazing wisdom, and I would love it for you guys to be able to share that with other people and for us to grow as a community. So yes, we are getting a Discord server up very, very soon, because you guys are just so you feel so I feel like there's so much of a community here that people just want to create shit. Instead of doom scrolling this year, let's fucking make some shit. Let's use our brains. Let's go and let's use our brains until we're numb. You know what I mean? Like it. You know what I mean? So yeah, if that's something that interests you, I've been doing a lot of yapping, but consider subscribing because we're gonna have a fucking great time this year. Okay, we're gonna have a fucking great time. All of you, like you guys are in this fucking circle. Okay, let's have a great time. With that out of the way, let's continue getting back to this Python. Yeah. All right. Dude, how do you read that? I don't know how to read your name. Make it lovers cars. I don't know how to pronounce it. You know who I'm referring to. Thank you for being here. You gave some good advice, and I'm gonna take that. Like, you gave some really good advice, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Mackie loves cars. Okay, Mackie loves cars. Okay. Thank you. See, I did go to first grade, but I wasn't good at it. Let's say that. All right, boys. Lock in.
Handle that. Right, so it could not divide by 0. It threw an error. So even though we didn't get an invalid...
For those of you that are just joining, we are trying to learn how to print an error statement. Instead of the whole system crashing with an error, we are trying to... You guys are the best. And then I know you know it, but you guys are the fucking best, okay? Thank you. Thank you for your resubscription. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, for those of you that are just joining, we are trying to make this program, this is separate from this, but we're learning how to make it so that the whole system, the whole program doesn't crash if there's one error. We were making it to where it prints a specific error to where we know what the hell to do, or so I don't know.
Input, even though it was because we divided by 0, it still printed this out. And this brings me up to another point, is we can actually catch, or we can accept specific types of errors. So for example, in this case, we got a division by 0 error. In this case, we got an invalid input error, right? We put something in that was wrong. It couldn't convert the value. So I can create 2 different accept blocks to catch 2 different types of errors. So down here,
I got them from Hawaii. I got them from Hawaii. And by the way, these little things, you can find them on the beach. They smell like literal shit. Okay, but they're everywhere. They litter the beaches of Hawaii. And yeah, I got it from Hawaii. Hold up. That's not gonna work. Yeah, no, that's sick. I found it like a while ago. Peak. Oh, we need to bring, dude. Peak is peak. Okay, let's go.
I can just make a space and I can specify the type of error that I want to catch. So when we divided by 0, it was
Hawaii isn't a cool place. It is the coolest place. It is so. Oh, dude, I'm lucky that I have parents that like really like go whenever they go on vacation. They go on vacation, and when we went, I'm very fortunate. I'm so I remember wanting to go to Hawaii since I was a child, and then one day they're like, for my birthday, they gave me the plane ticket to go to Hawaii. I mean, dude, it was fucking. I was the happiest kid in the world because it's not something like we were a poor family, and like we're a lot better off now, or they are. I'm living separately now, but dude, when they said we're going to Hawaii, dude, oh my god, and the amount of souvenirs I got, dude, it was something to remember, bro. It was so. Hawaii's a good place, dude. It's a good fucking place. All right. See, that's in the future we'll be incorporating like AI. At this moment, we're just trying to learn as much Python. Like we need to learn how Python works before we try to use any AI. It's crazy because I actually like now that I'm doing live streams, I'm seeing people like do live streams similar to this, but they're doing vibe coding. They're like, oh, day 30 of vibe coding. And it's so funny because like they excuse me, they don't know how to program. At least some of them, like a lot of them do, but some of them don't know how to program. They didn't learn Python first. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna do it. And I'm like sitting there. I was sat in there for multiple hours just so I can like learn like what's the vibe, like to like compare to this. Like, am I doing something wrong? Do I need to add music? Do I need to be good with the whatever the hell? And some of them were like, I don't know Python, but like I hope AI gets it. And it's like, dude, just learn fucking how to program first. Don't use AI. But whenever it comes to making a Jarvis-like thing, I want to so bad. I want to. Like, hell, whenever it comes to the robot arm we're making, if you just saw a moment ago, we have an RTX 5080. You can train any model on that thing with ease. With ease. We have a Ryzen 9, so 9950X3D. So like the best fucking, except for the Threadripper, we have the best CPU. We can cook whenever it comes to AI, but we need to learn how to. We really need to learn a lot of shit before we get to the AI. That's a while from now, but it's tempting because it's like it's so immediate, you know. It's so shiny, but we will eventually. We will eventually. So that's a good question. Yeah. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah. Okay. Let's go, boys.
Division error. So if I just put 0 division error in here, now it's going to catch that 0 division.
Oh, that's an actual thing right there. I'm gonna rewind just a smidge because I've been doing a lot of yapping. Whenever you like notice that I should be paying attention instead of yapping, please just tell me to lock the fuck in because sometimes I yap a little much. Okay, sometimes that's remind me.
Division. I can just make a space and I can specify the type of error that I want to catch. So when we divided by 0, it was...
Yeah, taking it slow, it does mean actually understand. It means dedicating time to learning. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
0 division error. So if I just put 0
I love you guys.
in here, now
I
it's
love
going
you
to catch
guys.
that 0 division error. So I can say divided by...
That's such a specific function right there. Is this fucking camera could focus? Yeah, that is a very specific 0 division arrow. That's very specific.
0. I could also make another...
Oh, dude. Don't be sorry, my guy. That's a good question. They do not be sorry. That is a very good question. Like, guys, if it's something related to what we're doing, even slightly, that's a good question. Like, okay, the dumbest question is the one that's never asked. I need you to internalize this, because this is something that really stuck with me through school, because I would not ask a fucking question whenever I was curious. But then one day, some guy inside of Sir Mr. Black's class, it was a really good class, I loved it. He asked a really dumb question. Someone asked a really dumb question. It was obvious. I mean, if you had more than 2 brain cells, it was like obvious. He asks a question, whole class laughs. Mr. Black stands up, he walks to the front of the class, he's like, and he just like looks at everyone, he goes, the dumbest question is the one that's never asked. Good on you for asking the question when you were curious about something. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we need to use our brains before we ask the question. We need to be like, huh, but ask the question even if it seems dumb. If you can take anything away from this stream, it's that. Ask the question even if it seems dumb. Dumbest question is the one that's never asked. So W question for sure. How to hello world print? Well, you just right? And then we're gonna go like this. Like this. Oh, it didn't work. I don't know. I don't know how to print hello world, actually. Oh, that's why that didn't work. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of this try except thing. Look at that. We're actually learning. That's actually a good question. Oh, now everything's just wrong. We'll go like this. I actually don't know why that's not working, but it's not working. So I do not know how to print hello world. I do not know how to print hello world, in fact. Okay. Let's get your boy. Ah! Obviously, you're correct. Yeah, obviously. God, why didn't I think about that? That's how you do hello world. Oh, you didn't see it. That's how you do it, my guy. That's how you do it. Okay.
Except, so I could say except, and we can catch the other exception that we got. So I think it was a value error, right? It was, we put in the wrong type of value inside of that input. So now we can print out invalid input. So with these 2 except blocks, we're basically able to handle both of these situations. So, for example,
except, okay, so you can do multiple exceptions. So like you could just, okay, you could just bam, 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 bam. Oh, that's wrong. One moment, we're gonna go bam, bam. Okay, it's not gonna work. But yeah, you can do multiple. You can't see it, dude. I need to get my fat fucking face out of this goddamn way. Hey, so you can just do multiple of these guys. I mean, I'm doing that wrong, but you get the idea, I hope. Ah! I hope that's fine. Okay, let's go.
If this ends up breaking the program, handle both of the valid input. So with these 2 except blocks, we're basically able to handle both of these situations. So, for example, if this ends up breaking the program, this division by 0, then it'll be able to catch that. So down here, it'll tell us, hey, you divided by 0. But if I was to get rid of this line of code, and I just entered in the number wrong, so I came down here and I entered in a string instead of a number, now it's going to tell us invalid input. So we're going to be able to specify what happens when certain things break. So when we get a value error, we can say invalid input. When we get a 0 division error, we can say divided by 0. So depending on what breaks, depending on what happens, we can actually do different things. And I want to show you guys one more thing we can do, which is we can actually
how many of these guys are there? Because I feel like every single one, like there's not going to be a function for every single type of error. There's like such niche errors. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Huh. But it's cool that they have this though, built-in things.
This error as a variable. So I can say except, I can say as, and I can type in a name here. So a lot of times people will just say like ERR. And down here, I can print out the actual error. So I could just print.
Oh, no. You guys know what's happening. For the OGs in chat, you know what's happening.
ERR.
Oh, it's playing.
So if we end up dividing by...
No, it's tweaking. God damn it. Sorry for those of you that are just joining. This is the treasures of having Chrome. Not Chrome. Google. Chrome? It is Chrome, technically. Yeah. It's tweaking out. I'm thinking it has to do with OBS. This has to do with
0.
OBS.
So if I say answer
Good? No, it's still tweaking.
is equal to 10
Oh, kinda.
divided by 0, we're going to throw this error.
God damn it. Okay, we just have to like resize it until it just stops tweaking out. I don't know why that works, but it does.
Print.
Okay, I don't know why. But it just worked. We'll just resize it until it fixes itself. Okay. Okay, there we go.
ERR. And so if we end up dividing by 0, so if I say answer is equal to 10 divided by 0, we're going to throw this error and it's going to print out what went wrong. So now I can...
One second. You beautiful gents, give me a moment. I think something's tweaking in my computer. Oh! Okay, and never mind. It's just the fan. The fan on top. The fan on top is what it was. It was just vibrating viciously. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you for that. That was a 1 sec. I'm gonna copy. Control C. Geek freaks. Give me a moment, ladies and gents. I apologize for the slowness of these streams. We're gonna press enter and just like we're gonna tab it right there. Okay. Let's continue. Actually, okay. Oh no, it was. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Sir Fractures. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the PC. It is just there's a the fan that's on top. I'm sure if you rewind, you can see the IO fan. It's on top of the thing. It was just vibrating. The thing is echoing because it's a box. It was just it's sounding like a guitar right now. It's echoing. It's a really tiny vibration now from the fan. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this as I go and take a fat piss because I need to take a piss with all of my soul right now. It's so bad. Okay, we're gonna rewind it just a bit.
0, just print ERR.
I'm gonna take a
so
piss.
if we end up dividing by 0, if I say answer is equal to 10 divided by 0, we're going to throw this error and it's going to print out what went wrong. So now I can run this program and it just says division by 0. So it just printed out the error that we got. So that's another useful thing you can do is you can actually like print out the specific error that got thrown. Now, a best practice in Python is to use these specific errors. So you always want to accept for a specific error. What you don't want to do is just say accept and then just accept anything under the sun. It's just too broad and it's not a good practice in Python. So you always want to be catching specific errors like this. In this tutorial, I want to talk to you guys about reading from external files in Python. Now, a lot of times in Python, you're going to want to read from files that are outside of your Python file. So you might want to read information from like a text file or a CSV file or like an HTML file. And you can actually use something called the Python read command, and it will allow you to read a file that is stored outside of.
Trivia question. We have a trivia question, ladies and gentlemen. How many oceans are there in the world? How many oceans are in the world, right? Let's go like this. You're probably thinking like, it's probably really simple to answer. Oh, let's go like this. How many oceans are there in the world? Oh, yeah, no, but like 5 recognized oceans. So there's 5. This is an incorrect statement. There is 6. You have all of the other ones, but then you also have my toilet. Okay, I just pissed an ocean. It was so, dude. There's little to describe the sensation of bliss I experienced during that piss. Wow, I've never emptied my bladder to such a degree. Okay.
You always want to be.
That was a good tutorial, though. I was listening on it. It was a good tutorial. Very, very, very good. Task Manager for you can read temps in Task Manager, or is like temps is like temperatures, right? I'm assuming you're referring to temperatures. Like I use this real quick. We're just gonna because this is some you see. Let's move this. Where did it go? Right here. I use this guy. Watch. Let's go like this and open it. Let's see our current temps real quick. And then we get a little thing that pops up. Maybe. Okay, the computer's tweaking right now. Oh. Well. What? Guess what's happening? Oh. Okay, I just need to click on it. This is how we check our temps. I go to here, sensors. What is our GPU or so memory's looking at good. What about GPU? Solid 40 degrees. That's interesting. I would think it'd be a little bit less than that. Huh. Your wizardry will not work here. Your wizardry will not work in these parts of town, boy. Wait, does it actually? Okay, guys, should I press Control Alt Delete? Will I? Windows plus X. Do not? Dude, I was about to. Windows X I. Sir Fracture, decipher this wizardry we are experiencing in chat. I do not speak this language in which they are. I do not speak this language these individuals are yapping about. Is it wizardry? You know what, guys? If stream ends, that is because we accidentally did. We fell for some wizardry in chat. All right, Control Alt Delete. Oh, it's my browsing history, my guy. It's my browsing history. Privacy and security. That's my browsing history. What? Did I flash my email? Not that. Okay, let's try the other one. And Control Alt Delete. Just okay. What's Windows XI? Wait. Windows XI. Oh. I don't know what this is either. Okay. Did I say that right? Minimize the tab. What are we talking about? I'm a little lost. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm lost most of the time. Okay. It's Control Shift Escape. Oh shit. Okay. Can I get inside a task manager, can I get temperatures? Is that possible? Because I hate having to run this program right. It's beneath my cursor right here, but I hate having to run it. It's really annoying. Is that possible? Left panel. Performance, history, apps, performance, gigahertz, Wi-Fi disk. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking shit. 16 cores. I could fucking run a spaceship. Oh, maybe thread speed, processor uptime. It'll shut up. Guys, sorry. If you're here to watch Python, chat is currently teaching me how to use my PC. Don't worry, I will, my guy. Don't you even worry for a millisecond. Okay. You will be added. Okay. Hold up. You can probably see. Oh. Ceramo. Okay. Enough yapping. Thank you for teaching me how to use my. Dude, look at this. I'm streaming right now, and we're looking at 2%, 5%, 2%. Look at that. Is that like. Dude, modern processors are crazy. I'm doing a live stream, have multiple tabs open, have a literal IDE open. 2%. 1% sometimes. You know what I mean? It's wild. Okay. Sorry for the yapathon. Should I try the other thing? I'm going to try the other thing. So it's Control X. Control X. Not that one. Control Alt. Okay, guys, we're going to try the Control Alt Delete just for a second. I've heard of this. All right. Control Alt. Yeah, no, that's just that. Okay. Oh, that's Shift. I was pressing Control Shift Delete. Let's try it. Hold up. Control Alt Delete. Oh, Task Manager. It's right there. Oh, how nifty. I do have because of Fracture, I have the best of working PC. Okay, I had the best of PC parts before, but then Fracture graciously donated 9 hours of his time, 9.5, and it is now the best of his creation of a PC. Okay, sorry, that the yapathon's over. Let's get back to learning Python to build a fucking robot arm. Okay, this is going to be a really good one, guys. This next one is going to be a fucking fun one. We're going to be learning about how to interact with other files. So we can have like our other stuff in another file, and then we can just talk to it. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a good next segment.
Specific errors like this. In this tutorial, I want to talk to you guys about reading from external files in Python. Now, a lot of times in Python, you're going to want to read from files that are outside of your Python file. So you might want to read information from like a text file or a CSV file or like an HTML file. And you can actually use something called the Python read command, and it will allow you to read a file that is stored outside of your Python file. So you can use these files to get information, or you can parse through different files and do different things. So I'm going to show you guys the basics of reading files, opening files, closing files, doing all of that stuff. Over here, I have this file called employees.txt. And it basically just lists out a bunch of different employees. Like these could be employees in an office or whatever. So it's just listing out all of this information. So let's say that inside of my app.python file, I wanted to read the employees inside of that file. The first thing I have to do is actually open that file.
Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, people in chat works. Okay.
From inside Python. So I can use a special command called open. So I can say open, and then in here I can type in the name of the file that I want to open. So this is either going to be a relative path to the file, an absolute path to the file, or just the file's name if both files are in the same directory. So in my case,
the fuck's a directory in this context? We're going to rewind just a little bit just so we can marinate in his wisdom.
Open, and then the first thing I have to do read the employees inside of that file. The first thing I have to do is actually open that file from inside Python. So I can use a special command called open. So I can say open, and then in here I can type in the name of the file that I want to open. So this is either going to be a relative path to the file.
Directory is just dev talk for folder. That is a peak comment right there. That is peak right there.
An absolute path to the file, or just the file's name if both files are in the same directory. So in my case, app.python and employees.
Okay. $1 million question. How do we open another file? I can't full screen this because I have a monitor that's fucking enormous, beyond all comprehension. What if we're to do this? Am I doing this right? Python file. There's Python in it. Name. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ah, ha 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 ha. That's fucking sick. There we go. That's a little too much, isn't it? There we go. Money. Okay.
Text or files, absolute path to the file, or just the file's name if
Good to know.
both
Good to know.
files are in the same directory. So in my case, app.python and employees.txt are in the same folder. They're in the same directory, so I can just type out the name of the file. I can just say employees.txt. And then I want to put one more thing inside of this open.
Okay. I don't think we need any of this. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to go like this. Control X. And we're going to store all of our previous projects in here. So I think we should be able to access this folder just via this. We're going to access the folder, and then we're going to access this. I think, I don't fucking know. I think.
Open function, and it's going to be the mode that I want to open the file in. So you can actually open files in a couple different modes, and the first mode is called read. So I can just put an R here, and that's going to stand for read. And this basically means that I only want to read the information inside the file. I don't want to modify it. I don't want to change it.
Yes, this is sounding familiar. This is sounding very familiar, actually. Okay. Open dot. Yes.
I just want to read it. I just want to see the file. I don't want to modify it. I don't want to change it. I just want to read it. I just want to see what's in the file and do some stuff with that.
I see. I didn't understand what you were referring to at first. But now I do. We're going to go here. We have to make a text file because, of course, we do. We're going to go to this. We're going to go to plus. We're going to go to. How do I do that? Is it just dot T? Yeah, I'll just type in what you did. TXT. What's happening? What is happening, my friend? I need a text file. Which one is it? Which one is a text file? What does it look like for him? Oh, is it just file? Uh, uh, okay. Okay. We're getting this. We're getting this now. I don't know if I did that right. Thank you, good lad. Thank you, good set, lad. Okay, so here's what we are to do now. Here is what we are to do. We are to take this. We are to copy it. We go here, here. Let's see what he has to say. We have two of these just in case. We'll have one that's in Python, one that's in this. We'll see what we need to do now. Let's see what shenanigans we can get up to. Can we get a quick W Ramo in chat? You have a very good rest of your night, my friend. Okay, you have a very good rest of your night, and I hope that you have had a good first day of 2026. A very good day. We have 364 days left. Is this a leap year? I don't know. Point is, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you as always. Your wisdom was much appreciated. You have a very good night, okay? Okay, good lad. Okay, you good lad. Good night, my boy. Mwah. Mwah. It's nice having you. Okay. Okay. All right. We are to see now what we are to do. Good night, Ramo.
Information. Another mode is called write, so I can type in this W.
We're gonna rewind just a bit.
Of this employee, they're in the same directory, so I can just type out the name of the file. I can just say employees.txt. And now I want to put one more thing inside of this open function, and it's going to be the mode that I want to open the file in. So you can actually open files in a couple different modes, and the first mode is called read. So I can just put an R here, and that's going to stand for read. And this basically means that I only want to read the information inside the file. I don't want to modify it. I don't want to change it. I just want to read it. I just want to see what's in the file and do some stuff with that information. Another mode is called write. So I can type in this W. And writing basically means that you can change the file, right? You can write new information. You can change existing information. There's another one called A, and A stands for append. And this basically means that you can append information onto the end of the file. So You can't modify any of the information in the file. You can't change any of the information, but you can add new information. And there's one more, which is R+. And this basically means read and write. So this will give you all the power of reading and writing. So in our case, we're just going to be working with regular R. So we're going to be reading from the file. Now this open function will essentially just open the file. So it's going to like go over to that file inside of our file system, open it up, and it'll allow us to read through it. But generally, we're going to want to store this opened file inside of a variable. So I can create a variable and we can just call it employee file. And I'm just going to set it equal to this open function. So now
what the hell's happening? Okay. Poop equals open that. We're gonna do. I don't know if that's how you do that. There's only one way to find it out, huh? That's not how you do that. It's not how you do that. Definitely not. That is far from how you're supposed to do that. Okay. Okay, let's continue watching the video.
Now the open employees.txt file and all the content inside of it is stored inside of this employee file variable. Now, whenever you open a file, you always want to make sure that you close the file as well. So just like we have this open command, we also have an close function. So I can come down here and say employee file dot close. And this is essentially
okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to wait. Poop. No, that's wrong. Poop. Dot. Does this work? Let's try it now. It didn't work. Why did it not work? I don't like this. I don't want to play these. I've played these games before. And
just going to close the file so we're no longer going to be able to access it. And generally it's a good idea whenever you're opening up a file, you want to
because why not? Why not? That's exactly why.
also make sure that you're closing the file at some point. So generally, once you're done reading it, you can just close it. So that's kind of like how we can open and close a file. Now let's talk.
Open, comma, read. We got that over here, but nothing's happening. I mean, maybe there's more stuff
About
we have
how
to
we
do.
can get information from the file, right? There's no point in having the file there if we can't figure out what's in it. So there's actually a few different functions that we can use on this employee file to figure out what's inside of it. And I'm going to show you guys some of those. So I'm just going to make a print statement, and inside this print statement, we'll basically just print out some information about the employee file. So the most basic thing we can print out is just the entire contents of the file. But before I do that, I want to show you guys how you can check to make sure that a file is readable. So before we do anything else, generally it's a good idea to make sure that it's possible to read this file. And there's a function inside of Python we can use called readable. So I'm just going to type out employee file.
But this is going to spit out a Boolean, whether you can or not, wouldn't it?
Dot readable.
Is this setting it to readable, or is this setting is this asking, is it readable?
And this is going to return a Boolean value, and it's going to tell us whether or not we can read from this file. So I'm going to run my program, and you'll see down here we get a value of true.
Read Readable. Did I spell that correctly? Okay, we have to remember that we have to add that. Let's run this. Do we get a true statement? Do we get a true statement? That's all we need. We didn't get a true statement. Why? Did it? Oh, reasonable or reasonable? Readable. Okay, maybe I'm just autistic. Okay. Read. What am I missing? What am I missing? Open. Print. Employee file. Dot readable. What am I missing? Is it? Do we have to have the file at the end of it? We'll try that. We'll try it. But I feel like that. Oh wait. I feel like that doesn't matter. Maybe I'm misreading your comment. I think I'm misreading your comment. Yeah. Look at the error message. Let's do that. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good idea. Good lad. Good lad. Wise idea. Okay. So we have this, right? It is saying pooped out open close. Oh, line 1. File not found. Oh. Obviously. Wise man. Wise man. Wise man. We have an intellect in chat. Another has been added to the ranks. Yes. Yes. As much as I'd love to say that I caught that, I think that was you guys. If I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I think that was you guys. Damn. Okay, let's continue this journey. Sorry if it's slowing down just a little bit. You know, we're doing a lot of talking, a lot of yapping. That's okay though. But I sometimes it's not about the you know, sometimes it just slows down a little bit. You know what I mean? It slows down, but that's okay.
And that's because we set the file with a reader we can read from, and employee inside of
let's continue.
Python we can use called readable. So I'm just going to type out employee file dot readable. And this is going to return a Boolean value, and it's going to tell us whether or not we can read from this file. So I'm going to run my program, and you'll see down here we get a value of true. And that's because we set the file with a read mode. So it's in read mode, we can read from it. If I was to put a W here, so if I put like write, now readable is going to be false because we can no longer read the file, we can only write to the file. So I'm going to change this back to R so we can just read it. So once you figure out whether or not the file can be read from, let's actually read it. So there's another function called employee file.read, and this is basically just going to spit out all the information in the file.
Not readable, but read. Okay. For the moment of truth. Nothing happened.
files. So when I run the program, it's just going to spit out all of this information, right? All the information that was in that file. I can also come
That didn't happen though.
down here and
What the fuck? What the helly? Okay, we're gonna go like this.
we can
Ah,
lines inside.
okay. Yeah, so he was able to get it to where you could just read this, right? He's reading a file. He's reading the thing. So let's see why we can't. Let's go over to. It's because there's nothing in the fucking file. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's because there's nothing in the file. No wonder we can't read it, because there's nothing there. Sometimes my intellect is. It's so superior that it's not able to grasp it's such simple concepts, you know. But don't worry, I possess intellect that is. Yeah, I possess great. Dude. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. That was fucking peak. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with the program? Why won't this shit read the fucking file? Maybe put something in the file. Peak. Absolute fucking peak. Jesus Christ. Sometimes we have levels of autism that just you guys are intellects. Sometimes I have levels of autism that just surpass any IQ test that would be. It would just. Yeah. Okay. We are almost done with this. Okay, guys. Once we're done with this, guys, this little section, we are probably gonna have to end stream because I have to go to work. Unfortunately, a 9-to-5 job is required in this modern economy. And yes, we love doing Python, but do we do a lunch break stream? I got an hour lunch break. We doing a lunch break stream? Getting a little quickie? Just a little quickie? I don't know, but if we can, that would tickle me silly.
Is better at doing that. And we can say, instead of employee file.readLine, we can say .better.
Do you hear that? Was that in the video or what?
At doing that. And we can say, instead of employee
That was in the video. I thought a bomb went off outside.
file.readLine, we can say .readLines. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all of the lines inside of our file and put them inside of an array.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's going to look really weird, but L-I-N, is there an E in there? Lines. Yes, let's try this. Let's try this. What happens? What happens? Let's run this. Okay. Uh. That's pretty cool. I can see how that'd be useful. I just lied to you. I don't actually. I just want to seem like I'm smart, but I have no idea why the fuck that would ever be useful. But sure. Yeah. I'm sure there's an occasion. But we'll get to that later. Okay.
So now when I print this out, you'll see we have this array down here. It says Jim Salesman, that's the first item in the array. Dwight Salesman, the second item in the array. It's basically taking each line and putting it inside of an array. So if I wanted to access a specific line, I can just refer to it by its index in the array. So if I said 1, now this is going to give us that Dwight Salesman line because that is at index position.
Oh. Let's see if we just want Clipper's not in this freaking thing. Hold up. Oh, we need to change the actual pie file. For now we're just gonna do this. Okay. Bam. We're gonna just call you clip. We're gonna clip. Bam. No, bam. 57, 53. And then we should need a comma after this. Yeah. And then we're going to go, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So 0, because we're reading from the file, not this actual thing right here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Go down to main. How do we do it? And then we're going to go box 6. Nope. No. It returned one thing. Why is this? Why is this? Why does this do this? Where's it with the... Okay, give me a moment. Maybe you just watch the rest of the video.
Inside of the array. You can also use this read lines function with a for loop. So I can come up here and create a for loop. I'm just going to say for, and we'll say employee in employee file.
We have to read the whole line. That's why.
And then for each employee, we just want to print them out. So, and actually, sorry, we have to put employee file.read lines up here. And so now this will loop through all the employees in this employee file.read lines array. So we can actually just print out the individual employee. And now this will print out all the employees inside of that file. So it's basically printing out.
But it's not a Python. Okay, that's a little confusing. You know, we'll probably learn about that a little later.
Each line in the file. And that can be pretty useful. So you can use all of these different functions like read, read line, read lines, readable. You know, there's a bunch of these different things that we can do to get information from a file. And so there's a lot of cases where you're going to want to be able to
Yeah, see, I agree. Yeah, I agree. There are, you know, oh, what am I doing? Oh, I didn't know that existed. Whoa, what's this? Okay. I agree with this little bit of stuff. There's some good info here. But this is all kind of just like a showing us how to do it. You know what I mean? Our guy is showing us how to do it step by step, and I kind of like it. Exactly. Yeah, Fracture has said this so well. I agree that if you are an individual that is able to learn from a textbook, then dude, do that. You know what I mean? If I could learn from a textbook as well as I learn from these YouTube videos, we would have a camera facing at the textbook and we would be reading that shit out line by line. We'd have a great fucking time. Exactly. Said very well. We're actually so close. That's a very, very, very wise things y'all are saying. But no, still good. It's still something good. It's still like for some people, like, you know, they are recommend, like I've recommended YouTube videos for some people learning from like a textbook style type of documentation. That's what they do. So it's a good recommendation. You know what I mean? Like some people, and these are bloated. Like, look at this. This is 3.5 hours, or the whole thing's that long. And look at this one. It's 12 hours long. So it's like, it's a good recommendation. But I'm kind of more of a hands-on visual type guy. You know what I mean?
The parse through.
We're almost done with this.
In a file, and this is an awesome way to do it. So just to recap, whenever you want to open a file and read from it, you can just use this open function, type in the name of the file, and then the mode, which in our case is going to be R. Then you can do all sorts.
But thank you for the comment, though. Like, thank you. That is good. A recommendation like that is, you know what I mean? It's good.
Stuff with it, and you always want to make sure that you close it when you're done. That's just good practice.
We need to make sure we close it. Okay.
So that's the basics of reading from files, and hopefully you guys can use this in some way, shape, or form in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in this tutorial, I want to talk to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are at the conclusion of the stream. We are cutting it a little early today because I have so much shit I got to get to. I am actually trying to hire an editor right now so that we can get some videos, maybe like some clips out of this. It's going to be a great fucking time. It's going to be great. That's going to be fun. You know, we're going to see how that works out. But for those of you that are just joining us, the reason why we're learning Python, we're actually on day like 9 or something. Title's a little bit wrong, but the reason why we're learning Python is we are building a robot arm. I know the people that have been here have heard this a million fucking times. It's so annoying. But for those that are new, we're trying to build a robot arm. What is a robot arm made out of? It's made out of motors. What do motors need? Well, Most of them are BLDCs, brushless DC motors. And what do brushless DC motors need? A driver. That is exactly what the hell they need. And these bad puppies, they require a lot of Python. So if you want to join the journey of watching that take place, you want to join the journey, like, think about this. It's a new fucking year. It is time for us to get to work. You know what I mean? Like, last year was a lot of scrolling. Let's make some shit. Okay? We have a Discord server getting up soon. So you beautiful sons of fucking bitches can show your project. I might be able to show you guys projects here. That'd be so fucking fun. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate those that have subscribed, sincerely. For those that haven't, consider. If you want to join the journey and you want to show your projects in the Discord server that's going to be up soon, and you want to just teach people how to learn shit, whether it be robotics, Python, operating systems, whatever the fuck it is, you know what to do. Consider subscribing. Thank you guys for being here. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Dude, yeah, no, it's crazy. Dude, 59, that's insane. Dude, no, the growth is crazy. That's the thing. Whenever you like truly want to grow with a community, like, this isn't a me brand. This is a, like, you guys, like, this is you know what I mean? Like, this is all of us are going to be building stuff up. Like, we're going to be increasing our knowledge, increasing our connections with people that know shit, some wise motherfuckers. To the fucking moon. I wish you knew how much that little tiny fucking bit means to me. To the fucking moon, dude. To the fucking moon. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that it's so slow, and because we're conditioned for 3-minute long YouTube shorts, and this is multiple hours of just sitting here being unstimulated. If you stuck to the end, thank you. I appreciate you sincerely. For the OGs in chat, you're why I fucking get up in the morning. I wake up thinking about you guys. Okay? Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Don't hit that dislike button. Okay? Hit the dislike button right now, actually. Okay? That's what you need to do. Okay? I'll catch you guys once this fucking thing's been made. We're gonna get there. It's very soon. Love you, boys. Catch you in the next one. We might do a lunch break stream. It'd be fun.